right? I'm Mr. Nukes. This is from almost a month ago. I never miss a Nukes, but yeah. Top 10 ghost videos so scary you'll have gravy pants. Let's go.
Jordan Curran and his 2 children were enjoying a quiet night at an Airbnb in Anchorage, Alaska. It's late in the evening when the kids fall asleep in Jordan's arms, and he takes a video to preserve this precious moment. What happens next absolutely scares the out of him.
Yeah. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh my god, oh my god, look, legit goosebumps. Oh my god. What the is that?
Jordan hears a creepy growl, and when he looks at his phone, he spots the dark silhouette of a figure with no visible features standing right behind him. He jumps up and spins around, but there's nothing there. The figure has disappeared.
Hold up, why didn't these kids wake up?
To this day, Jordan still has no idea who or what was in the room with him and his children. He still worries about what might have happened if he hadn't been awake.
Oh,
The grip of the grave. Jimena Barón, an Argentine star with more than 6 million Instagram fans, usually posts glimpses of her daily life as she travels, acts, and sings. But one day she posts a video on her Instagram story that is very out of character. The video is security footage that shows Jimena hanging out at her friend's house in Argentina. Something happens that Jimena says still gives her chills to this day. Jimena says she felt something forcibly touch her back. She jumps up and turns around, expecting someone to be there, perhaps playing a prank. There's no one. But did you see it? Well, probably not, because this video looks like it was shot with a potato. But after posting the video to Instagram, Jimena's worried fans pointed out that in the video they see 2 ghostly hands grabbing at her head and right shoulder. Jimena says that she is shocked and doesn't know what to do other than to just move on and try to forget. Since then, Jimena has never posted anything more about the paranormal. Mimic.
That's pretty creepy.
Melody Rose from Los Angeles, California is recording a TikTok video about perfume when something very strange happens.
Okay, if you're like me and you're looking for a new signature scent that will have you needing to beat off men, pause, but you know what I mean, you won't have to beat them away. Let me rethink this. Basically, everybody will hunt you down and be like, what are you wearing? Because one time I had left the room and this chick followed me and she was like, even though you're no longer in the room, I can still smell you. What is that? Bitch, this. And I keep buying the Discovery sets. 1, because they're cheaper. 2, because this brand has so many scents that I'm like, which one do I even love? I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Arabian Tonka. I think that's how you say it.
An unidentified childlike voice can be heard saying, "Hey," and "Melody."
Beat off, pause, but you know what? I'm like, which one do I even love? I don't know.
Now, Melody doesn't hear this voice at all and is completely unaware.
That's a demon for real. Demons always come as children, the most innocent thing.
Of what she just captured. So she switches to another topic and records another video. But then she hears it.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah? My bad. So I forgot. I didn't think about it. I'm home alone, and I thought someone called me, and maybe it was my cat, and she sounds like a human sometimes. That was you, right? Right?
Someone calls out Melody's name, loud enough that she actually answers back.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
But then Melody remembers something creepy. She's home alone. She immediately begins to freak out, and the voice calls her name again.
Melody.
Now, equally strange, a creepy hissing or breathing sound can be heard in the audio of her entire recording. So, after posting the video to TikTok, many viewers believe that Melody is dealing with a mimic, a type of entity that copies the voice of its target and their family in an attempt to take over their life. But others believe that it might simply just be a malfunctioning Amazon Alexa. But Melody says that she has no Alexa devices in her home.
Another thing, Alexa, I don't have an Alexa.
So is Melody in danger from a supernatural force? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
To be fair, she did seem like she genuinely answered that. She did seem like, yeah. Like, that's how you would answer it if it was like your sister or your mum or something. Yeah. Yeah. That's quite weird. I thought I heard something the other night say raw. Obviously my name's Rory, but kind of my family call me Raw. And I swear something said raw as I was going to sleep. Right, literally as I was about to like fall into sleep. Something went raw. Which kind of woke me up, because like I say, the only people that call me Raw are people close to me.
Scream. Sierra J. Casey, a concerned mother and TikTok user, has been noticing some very strange behavior from her daughter at their Texas home. One day, the toddler comes running out of her bedroom, terrified and refusing to go back. TikTok user Sierra is worried that something might have happened and checks the footage on her Ring nanny cam. What she discovers shocks her to her core. The toddler stands in her room looking around and seemingly confused. Then a loud scream pierces the air, sending the little girl running for mommy. Sierra J. Casey says her daughter claimed that a, quote, woman screamed at her. But when she checked her room, she found no one there. Even creepier, previous videos show the toddler being scared in her room before, seemingly staring at someone that we can't see. Now, Sierra Casey believes she might have caught a ghostly encounter on camera, but worried TikTok viewers warn her that it could be something worse. A hacker accessing her Ring camera. So is it a ghost caught on camera, or something even more terrifying?
That is literally what I was thinking. I mean, when people do it to kids, it's weird. I mean, it's weird anyway, but it is funny, the ones where you see people play through their home CCTV, like, I always feel like somebody's watching, and you see them like, but doing it to a kid is weird. Is weird. But that's what I thought straight away, that someone's done that on the thing.
Person watching and scaring a little girl in her bedroom. We need scary videos. So if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The old Bayless paper mill. While on a motorcycle road trip, Kenneth Statkin and his friend Justin decide to explore the ruins of Bayless Paper Mill in Austin, Pennsylvania. The paper mill was destroyed over 100 years ago when the nearby dam collapsed, sending a massive wall of water crashing down on the factory. 78 people lost their lives. Now, it should be noted that Kenneth and Justin are not YouTube paranormal investigators. They're not even urban explorers. They are just curious travelers passing through. So, when the guys arrive in town, they meet a local man who warns them that the Bayless Mill is haunted by the victim's ghosts, and that he has even had a paranormal encounter himself.
That you definitely think that place is haunted?
Oh yeah,
down there?
most definitely. The paper mill's haunted as because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there and like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
On Snapchat, like he caught it on camera and everything.
Kenneth and Justin arrive at the paper mill and begin exploring the decaying structure. Just as the sun is starting to set on their day, Kenneth and his friend find the mill's dark basement and head down to check it out. And this is when things take a very creepy turn.
Oh my goodness.
And let's go down there and see what's happening.
You want to go down there?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Little did we know the experience we would have would leave chills running down the back of our necks the rest of the night.
Hold on, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone in the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy sh**.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone. Bone.
I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the f***? Holy smokes. What was that? Hello? Yep, get the f*** out of there! Whoa!
Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
I have no f***ing idea.
The two explorers hear very bizarre sounds, and then a strange
Since there's no black people here, yeah, I'm going to say it for white people. Only white people. At first, I thought that was an animal, like an owl or a bird, but that did sound like it kind of slowly morphed more into words.
voice is heard from the darkness. It sounds very close by.
What was that?
Now, the first whimpering sounds could be explained away as simply the odd calls of some strange animal.
That's what.
However, the last sound is different. It's much louder and almost sounds like someone or something calling for help.
Hello? Yep, get the f*** out of there!
So the question is, if this was an animal, why would it come closer to the sound of people instead of just running off? Well, whatever it is, Kenneth and Justin are freaked out, and they decide to just get out of there. So considering the mill's tragic history, could it be that Kenneth accidentally captured the ghostly voice of one of the 78 people who passed away when the Austin Dam collapsed? You decide. The Haunted Hill House.
To be fair, yeah. Well, one, that is creepy, but two, what's the scariest about that video is the backstory. Do you think them people just went to work one day and then something completely unimaginable happens and you just die? That's it. You get up, everything's regular, and something that is not meant to happen just wipes you out. Crazy. But yeah, hold on 2 secs. Yeah, let's carry on. The Haunted on Hill House is good, or is it? Whatever that series is, that's a good one.
Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the U.S. The home is owned by Catherine and Edward Estes, who allow guests to rent out the Hill House overnight so that they can have their own supernatural experience in the home. Visitors have reported hearing voices, being scratched and bitten, and some have even had things thrown at them. The owners say that most guests get so freaked out that they leave early and often don't even make it through the night. So one night, a group of friends rent out the Hill House just to have a little spooky fun. Now, none of the group are paranormal investigators. In fact, they're not even really believers in the supernatural at all. But that is about to change. One member of the group, Victoria, lays down on a bed and jokingly starts to taunt one of the spirits that is said to haunt the house. Needless to say, it did not go well.
As you can see, she was yanked off the
Shut
bed.
up.
This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in regular screen.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed.
I was going to say, right, you could, if you owned a house like that and was getting people to come and stay, you could quite easily set up things to make knocks and that. But unless she's got magnetic shoes on, I do not know how they would have pulled her off that bed. And it did look like her legs went, do you know what I mean? It looked like she was dragged.
Her friends watch in horror. The security camera in the room catches the action as Victoria quickly gets to her feet and the group just makes a run for it. One of the guys is so panicked that he drops his phone and doesn't even stop to pick it up. Now, cut to almost 1 hour later. It's around 3 in the morning and a guy named Drew wants to test out the supposedly paranormal activity for himself. He enters the same room and immediately begins to aggressively taunt the ghost. He says that the spirit is a coward and that if it really wants to attack someone, why doesn't it attack a man?
Same room.
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
But before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
All right, we're going to pull it back.
I ran right through both of them.
Did you see he got pushed?
So, Drew gets his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his 2 friends as he runs from the room. But it gets even weirder, because as Drew and his friends run out, something seems to yank the door closed behind them. And if you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. Now, since these creepy incidents, the Haunted Hill House has gotten national recognition online and through various news outlets. Sean Gigi, a news reporter for local TV station WFAA, goes to the Hill House to interview the owners, Catherine and Edward. But what he doesn't know is that he too is about to have a paranormal experience, all caught by his own news camera.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
In the middle of the interview, we heard something scratching. My microphone didn't pick it up very well, but I'm being completely honest when I tell you I heard it clearly.
And the creepy incidents at the Haunted Hill House just don't seem to stop. Because remember Victoria who got yanked off the bed by some unseen force? Well, a year after her first terrifying visit, Victoria returned to Hill House again. And this time something scratched her back so badly that her shirt was soaked in blood. So is the Hill House in Mineral Springs, Texas one of the most haunted places on Earth? And would you stay overnight and taunt the spirits inside? Let me know down in the comments.
No. No, I would not. Right. Not at all. Not any of that. I don't have no interest in doing that. I'm quite happy to watch these things from here, to be honest. Because that one was mad. Unless they've got some, like, real powerful fan or... You know what I mean? I don't know how they would have managed to do that. And then the fact that she had blood all on her back. She should not go back to that house. Whatever's in that house does not like her.
Mamo and Patty, a couple who explore haunted places in Mexico, visit a cursed forest where a woman mysteriously vanished without a trace. Soon after this investigation, The couple begins to experience strange, unexplained events in their home that absolutely terrify the entire family.
No mames. No seas mamador. No seas mamón, güey. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Allá adentro no hay nadie, ¿eh? Se los juro que allá adentro no hay nadie, güey. El cuarto está completamente solo.
¿Ahora qué mames? No sé, ¿lo grabas?
Aquí estamos nosotros. Sí, sí, lo grabé. Checa, se va a ver. Se va a ver. Sí, sí, lo grabé.
Memo and Patty begin to worry that the spirit of the woman who disappeared in the woods might have followed them home, restless and unable to move on to the other side. The paranormal activity in the house becomes so intense that it even starts to wake them up at night.
¿Quién eres y qué quieres? Espérate, espérate, espérate. Ten cuidado, te vas a caer. Ay, cabrón.
Hay que bajar, hay que bajar, hay que bajar.
Ay.
En nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te largues de nuestra casa.
¡Oh, la madre!
The couple is horrified when they hear the voice of a sobbing woman coming from somewhere in their home. Memo checks everywhere, but there's no one there. Now, I should mention that Memo and Patty stream many of their paranormal encounters live on YouTube as they happen. They say that they want to prove that their experiences are real and absolutely terrifying. So, cut to another night, and the family is woken up again by sounds coming from outside their bedroom. Memo immediately starts live streaming from his phone. What happens next is downright chilling.
Espérame aquí.
Yo te ordeno en nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo que te alejes, que te vayas. No tienes cabida en este hogar. No tienes cabida en nuestras vidas. En nombre de Jesucristo yo te expulso y te despojo de este lugar. Te despojo. Lárgate. Ser inmundo.
Live viewers watch in horror as a woman's face can be seen looking in through a window. But that window is on the house's second floor. Memo is unaware of what has just happened. Then he finally reads through his live stream chat.
La ventana.
I'm telling you now, yeah, there's something about Jesus. I've seen so many paranormal. One person said a black mass figure stood in the hallway. He saw it. It went up to his stepsister's room. Then the next thing, it was back there and it was inside his door. And then he said, in Jesus' name, leave. And he said it did. Then when it came back, it never actually ever came in his room again. Jesus ain't no joke. That's why I reckon she went from being in the house crying to at the window. Because they said in Jesus' name, get out.
¿En esa?
Hijo.
En la ventana de las escaleras. Esa. ¿Qué vieron ahí? Sí, ¿qué vieron? ¿Qué vieron?
¿Qué había?
¿Qué había?
¿Pero qué?
Ay, no.
No, no mames, no manches, no. Sí, no puede, es imposible que haya alguien ahí parado. Y les voy a demostrar por qué. Ay, Dios mío, vamos a bajar, hija. Miren.
No hay manera de que nosotros podamos subir a la azotea.
No, miren, ahí está la ventana, ¿sale? Jálale, fíjate. Ay. Chéquense. ¿A dónde está la ventana? ¿Ya vieron? O sea, son aproximadamente como 4 o 5 metros a la ventana.
Memo shows that it would have been impossible for anyone to look through the window on their second floor, as it's just way too high for anyone to reach. So just who or what is this? Memo and his wife don't know what they might have brought home from the haunted exploration of the woods. Is it a lost spirit looking for help, or something more sinister? A night at
That's what's crazy about. We saw it in the last one of this, where they were saying the church, like, how the church won't get involved in these things. And it's like, Jesus, like, it's all wrote about in the Bible of demons, and it's like, you are the people that are to deal with this. But yeah, calling on Jesus' name, because the person who I said about that said it happened again at a different house, the black mass coming in, and he said it was the same. He said, I think it was the same thing that followed him, never taunted him again in that room where he said, Jesus commands you, whatever, get out. But he said the next time he saw it at like his grandparents' house or whatever, he was unable to say, Jesus commands you. He said it's like he was frozen. And the shadow was saying, say it, say it, say it. And said every time it said say it, it got nearer and nearer. And he was just unable to say it. And then in the end, yeah, he managed to say it and it disappeared. I tell you, Jesus ain't no joke, guys. If you're having hauntings or whatever, call on Jesus, because Jesus has got your back. But hold on 2 secs. Right, yeah, let's finish this, because I've got a dog to walk. But yeah, let's go.
museum. Unfortunately, the source of this next creepy video is unknown. The video shows security guards at a museum somewhere in Kazakhstan watching the CCTV camera at 7:30 at night. The guard spots something absolutely unnerving.
Oh!
Yeah, gördünüz mü? Freezer жүр.
Krан жабық тұр.
Krан жабық тұр, иә.
Мен жауып кеттім ғой.
Сіз шынап қот жасап жауып келдіңіз. Қайта сізге көрінбепті жаңа. Көрінгенде сіздің есіңіз шығады еді. Бұны көрдіңіз бе? Елес жүр ғой, елес. Призрак. Бәсе өткенде мен түнгі сағат 1-лерде көргем.
A pale figure that appears to be wearing a white gown is curiously walking among the museum exhibits. The guards have no explanation for what they are seeing. They believe the mysterious figure is a ghost. But without a reliable source for information, we'll never know exactly what happened here. So is this a genuine paranormal encounter? As always, I leave that up to you to decide.
To be fair, it did sound like they'd seen it before, because he said the ghost. Like he's just glad he's finally caught it. I heard another person say about cleaning and he was like, no, security at a military, basically an abandoned military place, but yeah, there's still security there because some people don't go in and vandalize whatever. there must be something there going on. But yeah, he said it's not active as a military base anymore, but it's underground. And he said he was doing his rounds and could hear someone walking around, and it was like no one should have been around. It was only him doing the rounds and checking. And then he saw someone, and he just thought someone had just wandered in from off the street or whatever. And then, yeah, basically walked to find him, and he's gone. He's like, but I saw something. Like, that's the thing, is whether you believe the person actually experienced something or not, rather than whether you believe in ghosts or not. Because I do believe people experience something. Now, what that something is debatable. But people do experience things.
The Window Watcher. Popular urban explorer Colin from the YouTube channel The Bearded Explorer is traveling through France when he finds the perfect abandoned house to explore. The two-story house has been abandoned for years, and it seems that the former owner has left almost everything behind. Colin films his exploration as he carefully walks through the house to discover its secrets. He takes photos and videos for his social media and eventually leaves, satisfied that he has documented everything of note inside the house. But it isn't until he looks back at the footage later that he discovers that he had missed something while filming the outro for his video. Something very spooky.
Right guys, well that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Please go and check out the Instagram, which is _. Also go and check out the Facebook page. Like always, I'll put all the pictures on Facebook. 10 of us on Instagram, and I'll see you on next week's video.
Someone can be seen peeking out the window from behind a curtain. Now, I have carefully watched Colin's entire uncut video, and there is absolutely no sign of anyone inside that house. From the moment Colin enters, no sound of movement can be heard. The only noise is from Colin himself as he wanders around the house. Even creepier, this is not the only strange thing that he captures on video during this visit. After he posts the video to YouTube, one of Colin's sharp-eyed viewers spots something truly bizarre.
So we'll start with this one first, because this one looks like it's got a lot of stuff inside, and it has. I've got some more photographs here, look. The ceiling is completely covered in mould. Bit of condensation up in the corner again. Look at this, the cupboard completely filled with clothes still. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Look at that, it looks as if something's been climbing in. Oh God. I mean, in the bag just hit my leg. I thought someone tapped my leg. It looks as if something's been climbing in here and sleeping in here, maybe.
Did you see it? In the reflection of a cupboard mirror in a bedroom, a pair of feet can be seen standing underneath the window curtain, almost as if someone is hiding behind the curtain. But when Colin pans the camera back towards the curtains, the mysterious feet are gone. Also, if we look back at the footage from a couple of minutes before, there were no feet there when Colin entered the bedroom. So, did the urban explorer accidentally capture not one, but two paranormal events on camera?
That could be the shade of the curtain folds, to be fair. But that is creepy. The thing moving. Although that would be fascinating to do as well, to walk around a house where it just seems like people have been like abducted or something, or they just disappeared, and you see all their stuff, and like, you just imagine people living in there, like people's lives just in there, and then one day it's just as if, yeah, they've been abducted or something.
Let me know. You can watch this entire exploration and many more over on the YouTube channel The Bearded Explorer. Night Watch. A security guard working at a factory in Mexico is confused when he meets a new employee that no one, not even his boss, has told him about. The next day, he complains to a coworker about the odd conversation he had, only to be told that there is no new employee. When they check the building's security footage, They are shocked. It's clear in the footage that the guard has a full-on conversation with no one. He pulls out the chair next to him and waves for whoever he's talking to come sit down. And that's not all, because did you see it? Right as the guard pulls out the chair, a dark figure with arms and legs seems to move past him and then disappear into thin air. Many believe that the security guard was talking to the ghost of an old employee who might have passed away at the factory. Maybe even someone who had a fatal accident on their first day of work. But is this a real ghost caught on camera or not? That is up to you to decide. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe watch one of these videos and I'll see you next time.
The pat and the spud made it unbelievable, to be fair. But one of the best ones was the man who was talking to himself at the car crushing place, or the mechanics or whatever. Yeah, mechanics, where the person had died in the car crash and the matey is standing there having a full-blown conversation. And then the matey's watching him on security talking to no one, and he rings him. Like, who are you talking to? There's no one there. What makes that one convincing is the worker who is talking to nobody says to the person saying you're talking to no one, he goes, you're on loudspeaker. That's a good one. But I don't know, the pat and the spud seemed a bit like faked. I suppose. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. But I think the one before, Under the Curtain, was definitely the shadow of the curtain, I reckon. And the reason you don't see it is maybe it's on his camera, or like just the angle created the shade. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts.